What we are going to learn today is layer. Okay, layer is nothing but sheets. Every sheet will be having different objects drawn on that, and you will be keeping one by one top of that. Okay, so you will be using different layers for different type of objects. When you create an object itself, it creates a layer. For example, when you create a shape, it will create a shape layer. When you create a text, it creates a text layer. To learn today. So layer is a very important concept used in Photoshop. So there are many type of layers, pixel layers. That means you picture. When you bring a picture, having any picture you bring, it brings a pixel layer. If you start writing, it creates a text layer. When you create a shape, it creates a shape layer. So it keeps one. It will be keeping stacking one by one. So any time you can delete one layer, you can add new layer, you can switch off the layer, you can switch on the layer. So there are many advantages using layers. So let me open a new sheet now. So when I create a new page, you can see when I create a new page, it created a background layer here. You cannot say exactly background is a layer, but we can just think that background is also a layer. It's actually keeping as a background for all your drawings which are going to draw, or we are going to bring the objects we are going to bring. So when we have a background image now, which is, we can say, background layer if you want, it will not have that effect of the layers. That is why we don't accept this background as a layer. You can see that these buttons are not active now. This buttons locks not active. Normal here is not active. This filter is not active because this is not a layer. So how can I change the background to my layer? I just click this lock button here. Click this lock button. Now we can see the name has been changed to layer. That means layer and all these buttons are active now. So we created a layer which is just a white background. Okay. When I say undo, I made undo. Control Z. When you say background image, if I use move button, I cannot move this white down or up because it's a background image. It is not allowing. So I will convert this background image to layer image by clicking the lock button. Click. Now if I use the move button, I can take that white sheet down or up. You see, and bottom this indicate that it is a transparent here. So this top of the transparent, you have one white paper. Okay, this transparent means it is just like a glass. Okay, so the first image, the first layer we created, background, we converted that into a layer, and it is having a white sheet over it. Let me create one shape layer. So I will go here, down here, click this small arrow here, hold it, and you can see that there are a lot of shapes you can draw. Rectangle, we have not learned this, we'll learn later. Rectangle, I will select the rectangle tool. And the rectangle tool, what is the color he is going to use? Fill here, you can see here, fill. So I will use a red color. And this is the stroke, mean the border. What is the border color you want? Let's use black. This is the thickness of the border. I will make it to very thin. We will learn this detail later. So I am going to draw a shape, rectangle. You see, I created a shape with red color. You can see the red color, fill, and stroke. That means the outer bound border, which is black, I selected. Immediately created a new layer here. You can see, since it is a shape layer, he gave that name as rectangle. Okay. it created a rectangle shape layer here. If I switch off the bottom layer, you can see that balance portion completely is blank glass. So this is a big glass you have, and a small portion we have drawn a shape. All these portions are blank. That means glass. You can see bottom. Whatever objects bottom of it, you can see it. I will switch on that again. Let me draw a text. I'm going to draw a text here. Asadi. Okay, so immediately created a text layer. Text layer. I can double click this and give a name, whatever I want. I'll say text layer. Okay. So we have zero layer at the bottom. Then we have a rectangle and we have the text. Okay. So whatever is the top, this is at the top now. I want to bring a small image here. How I will do that? I can open that image, drag and drop here. I'll just open an image. I want to bring an image there. I will just put a drag and drop here. So you created one and he is occupying more space. Only this portion is transparent. So that is why you can't see things below. Okay, only transparent here and nothing is there. So you can't see all the items are bottom. So whenever you create a layer, it depends on the top layer will be seen first, then bottom, then it goes like that. So if you want to see the text, I have to drag text layer up. First, I will accept it. I will take the text layer top of this, drag. You can see the text, you can see now. I want to see the rectangle. So I have to keep top of this. I can see that. I can move different places. So you can change the level of your layer anytime. Whichever is at the top, that will be seen at the top. Okay. And you can see other objects only through the transparency. I hope you got some idea now. So this I created, first I created a shape layer. I created a text layer. I created a pixel layer, that is a picture. I brought a picture from outside. I can bring picture another way also. So here I brought this picture by drag and drop. I can open a picture. Let me open a picture. Let me open this. So I opened a picture. So it is not part of my original, the new drawing. This is a picture. I want to bring this to my picture. So I will say Control A. Control A means you select. Control C to copy. Go to your drawing. Control V, paste. You have pasted here. Apply. So this is the image you brought now. I have brought one more thing here. Okay, if I switch off the bottom layer, one layer icon. Okay, always you have to accept it. Okay. So this is the layer where you can see this is a transparent. So everything you can see from here. On. So every layer is on now. I can create a new layer. I want to create a blank layer. Okay, so I will go down here. There are so many buttons here. The first one is to delete a layer. This is to create a new layer. This is create a new group. I will explain you what exactly it is. This is create a adjustment layer, mask layer, style, link. So these are the different buttons available here. So I'm going to create a new layer now. This is the new layer. I will click that. So immediately he added a new layer. I will take the text layer down. So my new layer is the top. If I switch off everything and I can see, I will switch off everything. The new layer I created is just a blank layer, transparent layer, just a glass. Nothing is there now. Clear? Clear? So I created a new layer. If I don't want, I can delete it. I select it, press delete button. Okay, it has gone. The new layer I created has gone. I will create again. I will create one more new layer. New layer has come. Because it's a transparent, you can see everything down. Okay, so I can add a new layer. I can delete a new layer. I can change the position of the layer anytime. I can take this up. I can take it down. Any position I can do. I can off and on also. I can off, on and off. I can do anything I want. I can do it. So if I want to delete, you select the layer. Either you press the delete button or you can click this button here. When you click here, delete layer, click. In that time, he will be asking you whether you want to delete or not. But if you press the just delete button, it will not ask, it directly removes. So I don't want to delete it now. Let it be there. Now the next one is create a group. Sometimes what happens is in your drawing, you will be having a lot of layers. So you can create a group and keep inside that. Okay, suppose I want to create these two pictures together. I will select the first one, control, select one. These two together I want inside a group. So I will select these both two and I will click inside. Click this, click. So both are inside this group now. I can double click and give a name for that picture. Button name I can give. You can open that. You can see what are the things inside. You click this. You can see there are two layers inside this, Deepika and one chocolate. So this is to create a group. So if I have a big drawing, there will be a lot of layers will be there, will be confused. So you create a separate group. Okay, maybe all the images in one group, something like that you can create. All the text in one group, something like that you can create group. I can delete the group. When I go here, right click, and I will say delete the group. When I say delete group, he's asking me both the group and the content inside. If I click this one, both my group and the picture inside will be deleted. This is only group will be removed. Your pictures inside will be as it is. This is to cancel the command. Suppose I click this one. See, my pictures are gone because I deleted both the content as well as the group. So I will undo this, Control Z. Okay, so that is a group. So I will remove only the group. I will keep the picture there, right click, delete group. So I will remove only the group. I hope you got some idea now. This is the group. And the next one is called adjustment layer. We'll try to learn this adjustment layer later detail, but just now I will show you what do you mean by adjustment layer. When I click this one, adjustment layer, it will now here, this is the image I selected. So the adjustment layer will create just top of this. Click. And there are different type of adjustment layers. Suppose I use hue and saturation. There are solid color, gradient, pattern, brightness. So any picture, if you want to change the brightness and other thing, brightness you can use brightness control. If you suppose you want to change the color of something, you can use many things here. So let me see, select the hue and saturation. Okay. So he created hue and saturation adjustment layer. By this, I can control the color of my object below it. So there are these three things available. I can change the color of this. Okay. Suppose I change the, you can see all the colors, all the objects is changing the color. See, you can change the color. Okay. Suppose you want to change only this one because it changes everything below. I'll move and keep it here. Now it will affect only these two. Okay, I will keep this up. I don't want to set that. Now we can see that this color will affect only Deepika picture because that is the only picture available at the bottom. You can see that it is affecting only that particular picture. So this is called adjustment layer. So any picture, if you want to change the color and other thing, you can use the adjustment layer and add hue and saturation. There are different things available. Okay, so adjustment layer, let it be there. So this is adjustment layer. I hope you got idea now. Now here, the next one is called mask. Mask. Okay, this adjustment layer I am deleting for the time being. Just drag and put it inside this. I deleted that. We can do it later. Now, I'm in Deepika. I want to get only her face. Only her face I want. So there I can use this mask. We'll be learning more about the mask later. Okay, so what we'll be doing the mask? You first create a selection tool from here. I'll create a circle. I'll select the elliptical tool, press shift, drag, create a circle. So this is the selection tool I created. I can right click this and transform selection. You can select and you can move and keep exactly where you want. So this is the portion I want. Okay, accept it. Now I will use the mask. Click the mask. Click. By mistake I selected the mask for the layer, not for Deepika. So that is why it did not come. I'll drag and put it here. I select Deepika, draw a circle, right click, transform. If you want, you can adjust this. Accept. Now I will add the mask. You see, get only her face. You can see from here, he created an mask such a way that black and white. Black means it conceals whatever below that. So this area is completely black. So that is why you cannot see. And white also always shows out. So we can see this Deepika Padukone only from this white area. This is called mask. We'll learn more about this mask later. I just want to show you how the mask works. So I will go and delete this. I'll just put it, drag and put it here. Control Z. I deleted it. So this is mask. And this is next one is called the layer styles. Layer styles. Suppose I select this object, rectangle. I will switch off the Deepika. This one. I want to put some layer style in this. So I'll go to this FX, that is layer style. When you click, there is a small arrow here, click that, and you can see that there are different type of style you can put for this particular object or the layer. We will learn later about this styles. I will just select one, bevel and emboss. Let me show you only what exactly that mean by. I will select this bevel and emboss. So immediately you get a dialog box like this. And you can see adjust the embossing effect. You can see that embossing effect. You can see that embossing effect. So you can, any object you want, you can modify it to using the different option available here in the layer style. Suppose I want to have stroke, something may not work properly. You can see this is a stroke. Inner shadow. Color overlay. Gradient. Pattern. So there are different styles available. You can modify it. So I applied a small bevel and emboss for this. Okay. So that is what you do from here. So I explained you this is for delete. This is for new layer. This is for create a group. This is for adjustment layer. This is for mask layer. And this is for the style, layer styles. And this is the link. Link means, suppose now I can individually move this. I can individually move. Okay. I can combine these together by using the link. So I will select this rectangle, control, select text. This I have selected these two together and click the link. That means it temporarily it joined together temporarily, and you can move together now. So you can see you can move together. That is link. So whenever you want to have two objects together to work, you can use link. So I can unlink this. Okay. So we have seen all these commands here. I will create one more rectangle here with a different color, blue. I have two objects here. When I select these two, I can use the opacity. Opacity means transparency. 100% opaque means it is like a solid object. You can see I can reduce the opacity of this. So it becomes more transparent. 100% means you will see the full effect as you move 65%, 50%. When you come at the, yeah, you can see everything is transparent now. Okay. Suppose I select this object. When opacity, you will see the full color. When I reduce the opacity, it becomes more transparent. And when you reach zero, completely zero. full transparent. So what happened if you use the fill? Suppose I select this fill. It is also just like a transparent, you see. When you zero, we can't see, it is showing similar to opacity. So what is the difference? To show the difference, if I select this object and use transparency, when you reach a 0, nothing is there. But if I am using the fill, it reduces the transparency, but it does not affect the style. There is a style you apply for this embossing, does not affect. So the fill will not affect the styles and other things, but opacity will affect everywhere. So that is the difference. Even though both are creating a transparency, fill will not affect the style. So this is the about style. I hope you got some idea now. Let me keep back to 100%. Now, so we have completed this. We have done this. And now let us see what is this blendings mode. I will switch on the bottom layer. So I'm in the bottom layer now. This is a white now. I want to create a red. Okay, all these other chocolate are off. Everything is off now. I have only these two and my zero layer. Zero layer is white now. I want to create some color there. So I'll go to the zero layer, which is at the bottom. I'll use the fill. Paint bucket. And this is the color he will be using, foreground color. Click. So this foreground color, he have filled it. Instead of white, I added color there. Now let us see what exactly you are in the, this is called the blending mode. Blending means it will be blending with the two objects together. Blending mode. Okay. So you are in the normal, so you don't find any changes. Okay. I will select this rectangle and I will use different blending mode and see what happens. So what is going to do, this green is going to mix with this background color. So let's see what happened now. When I say luminosity, you see, you change the color. So there are different type of blending. That means the color you selected blends with the background. This. Okay. So this is luminosity. If I change it to difference, you don't find much difference. Suppose I change to dissolve, you don't find much difference. Some blending mode, you will find a lot of difference. Overlay. See, it completely changed the color. Overlay. So this is the blending mode where you combine the selected object with the background image. It will be different when you select this object. Suppose I select blue and I'll put luminosity. It will be different color. Effect is different because now blue is mixing with this color. Suppose I select subtract, you get another color. I will use overlay, another color. Dissolve, you don't find much difference. Screen. So there are different blending mode you can use different. So that is the one. We'll try to learn more detail about the screen later. This blending mode later. Okay. Now let us see the locking system. Let me select one layer. I've selected this layer, and all these lock buttons are on. This lock button will open only when you select a pixel layer, image, or a pixel layer like this. It will not work when you select a text layer. If you select only text layer, it may not work all the buttons here. So let me select one pixel layer. In this pixel layer, you can see there are some brush stroke, and this area is completely transparent. Okay. So the first options, if you select this button, which is lock transparent pixels. If I select this, that means you have completely locked the transparent area and you cannot draw anything there. Let me select a brush tool. And you see, I can't draw anything there, the transparent area, but I can draw on the other areas. So that is the first option. Okay. This second option is the locking of the pixels. That means if you lock this, you can't draw anything at all. Whether transparent area or on the object or anything, you cannot draw anything. You see that it's locking, it is showing a locking. You can't draw anything, but you can move if you want. Select the move tool and you can see you can move it. Okay, so that is the second option, that locking of the pixels. And third one is the move. When you lock this, you can't move this object now. You can't move anything from this layer. Okay, so let me unlock this. And this is completely locked. When you lock this, you can't draw, you can't move, you can't make any changes in this. You can't move, you can't draw, nothing will be possible because you have locked everything. I hope you got the idea. This is the first one, is called the pixel. This is a transparent locking. When you lock this, you cannot draw anything on this transparent area. When you lock this, you can't draw anything on this, but you can move other object. When you lock this, you can't move object, but you can draw. You can draw, but you can't move. This is completely low. You can't move, you can't draw anything. Okay. Now let us move on to this filtering. Sometimes you will be having so many layers, and how will you filter? Suppose you want to see only the layers which are related to pixel layers only. You click this. So only the pixel layers are selected, picture and other pixel layers. So that is this button. This is for the filtering. Okay, when you see this button, only when you select the kind here. Let me open again. So I cancel that. Now I will want to select only which are adjustment layers. Click this. So we have only one adjustment layer, only that is selected. Okay, off. Now I want to select only the text layer. Click this text. Only text layer is selected. This is only shape layers. Only shape layers are selected. The last one is smart objects. So only smart objects selected. So this is actually filtering. You can do filtering also by name. So in that case, when you select the kind, you will see these buttons. When you select from here, name. Now you can select based on the name. Suppose I want to select the name starting with the shape, S. Shape. So only shapes are selected. I want to select which is chocolate, CH. Only chocolate is selected. So like this is the actually you can filter this based on this. I hope you got some idea now about the filtering. And this thumbnail also you can make bigger or smaller. Bring back all. This thumbnail you can bigger or small by clicking here. Click this portion, panel options. Now you can see very small thumbnail. You can say a little bigger. Thumbnails are a little bigger. Okay. Go here, click panel option, very big, but it take more space. Okay, I will keep it back to panel option. Okay, keep it back. So these are, I hope you got some idea about layers.